Welcome to the Disneyland Beat, Mouseketeers, where our toes tap to a Disneyland drum and we always whistle while we work. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and ring the bell to keep up on each and every Disney beat. Well, they did it! Rise of the Resistance opens tomorrow at Batu Walt Disney World in Florida, and the press got to spend the day today checking out the new attraction. We have videos of the queue and the pre-show from Ordinary Adventures, and a point-of-view video from the dark ride portion from Attractions Magazine. We want to give a shout out to them for the footage, and there are links to their original videos in the description below. In this video, we are going to be giving our initial reactions to what looks to be a fantastic ride experience. It's great to finally have so many questions answered as to how Disney was going to execute the ride story. I personally am a professional theater designer. I specialize in lighting, sound, and scenery, so I always like to try and figure out how the effects are created. Like, I knew there was going to be laser fire, right? But I was wondering how they were going to make that believable, and they did a great job. I was also very curious about how they were going to make a thrill ride family-friendly. And this one is, at least I think so. Kids who are at least 5 or 6 should be just fine. Disney really does a pretty good job with their height requirements, really. But seriously, I was wondering how they were going to take a concept like Kylo Ren interrogating you in your prison cell and make that family-friendly. And they did. It's still kind of a traditional dark ride once you get to the end, but it's really exciting, and there's nothing quite like it, so I wouldn't say it's traditional, it's just maybe conventional. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, I've got this first part of the video sped up so we cruise through, but first looks like you head through these caves, which are natural caves, and you get this water feature, and then out of the side of these caves they've got these laser-cut tunnels that the Resistance has cut and put in their base. It's really immersive. Got a cool line room here. There's a whole lot of different things to look at. I'm hoping, it looks like there are a lot of different things that are going to line up with different parts of Batu and the Millennium Falcon queue, and it'll all start to become one cohesive Star Wars land. We'll all start to get used to. You see that laser cut cement work, Disney. Wow, you just do amazing things with cement. Weapons canisters. It's going to slow down here in a minute once people actually start talking. We've got storage. Those are the shipping containers for all the Resistance gear. All the tubes coming through. It really starts to set the stage for the ride. I think this is the exposition and the rising action. There's BB-8. Really awesome animatronic. We see him twice. Okay. And then here comes the audio and the film. We get a little bit more BB-8. Really looks fantastic. Reminds me so much of Rocket inside the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. This looks like a Pepper's ghost. There must be a sheet of glass. I need to be in the room, but it looks like it's a sheet of glass.
That is now headed to this system. Your outpost on Batu is no.
So we find out that Finn is trapped on a Star Destroyer that he has infiltrated. Really excellent graphics.
The Resistance desperately needs your help in our fight against Kylo Ren and the First Order. Remember, it is vital that you keep the location of the Pucara base secret.
Very cool. Already our second stage in the ride. We've had BB-8, and now we've had Rey.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Welcome to the cause. May the Force be with us.
And now we're part of the Resistance. Okay, so we're going to board a transport ship that's going to be escorted by some X-Wing fighters up to the General so we can meet General Organa. Very cool. And I love that we're inside. We have this pre-show, but we actually get to go outside again. I love that. We see the transport ship, and BB-8 is already there. We see BB-8 on the X-Wing. Really cool. So we have that forward motion. We've already seen BB-8, but he has traveled. The ship that we're getting on powers up to take off. Really neat.
All right, recruits, come on in. We're going to get you guys on out of here. Please hold on to the handrails.
And it's nice finally, too. You'll see him in a little bit. We finally get to see some Resistance cast members. Up till this point, it's been Batu townspeople, and maybe they're Resistance, maybe not, but
yes, I just want to be sure.
Another great animatronic. So far, 2 awesome animatronics, 3 awesome animatronics. There he is, piloting the ship.
Good. Airspeed sensor?
and a Pepper's Ghost effect, and a ton of screen effects. We haven't even gotten close to the ride.
Affirmative. The engines are hot. Red 2, blue 5, report. Red 2, check.
So these are all of our X-Wing fighter escorts.
And hold on, recruits. More ships.
This reminds me a little bit of the video, how the video looks for the pre-show of Millennium Falcon. There's like a style to the projection work, to the projectors that they're using or something like that, that is consistent between the rides.
Red 2, blue 5, keep tight now. Let's get ready to make that jump to light speed on my mark. About the end of the thing, huh?
Black Leader, we're picking up an unusual
I can't think of a ride that has such a strong script as this one has so
There appears
far.
to be a number of small craft heading our way. Raise the shields.
And the sound just seems incredible. Their ability to get these amazing sound systems in all these different spaces. I'd like to kind of get a better look of this transport ship. Wish we'd do a 360. I so appreciate the footage.
This thing's really shaking.
He says it's really shaking there. So, and then they're standing.
So we can make the jump.
So he's kind of just holding on, almost subway
Where are all
style.
those TIE fighters coming from? Star Destroyers. We can't. We're caught in a tractor beam. It's pulling us in.
I don't know if the animatronic was off or if, I think just the audio's a little off from the video there for a second.
Identify yourselves and prepare to be boarded.
Okay, so the ship has been captured by the First Order
By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First
and taken in via tractor beam, it looks like, into the ship. Looks like you've got all these different monitors going on at once, so you'll actually be able to take all this information in at once.
Bad feeling about this. Stand back from those doors.
So we just spent 2-3 minutes on that sequence of the ride. This ride,
At the end, you will be interrogated.
sorry.
If any of you try to resist, we're going to face the wrath of the First Order.
Well done. I hope the cast members stayed serious, who are First Order cast members. Wow, look at that room with all those stormtrooper in. Wow, that's huge.
Before you know it.
So then you go down a hallway and you end up in this queue room, almost kind of like the chess room for the Millennium Falcon, where you're going to be taken to different interrogation rooms for another pre-show sequence before you load your vehicles. But I was just saying, like, just think about how many people this ride can process at once. How many people are on this ride at various stages at once. So for, like, you know, if it was just the dark ride portion and everyone had to wait in line for that, it just would be such a different thing. And you know, wow, well done, Disney. You know, this ride really does take everything they learned from all of their rides and Harry Potter and Spider-Man attraction and put it all in one thing.
Yes, General.
So we've got this interior. This come was kind of like Hananaka's
We will soon snuff out your
room.
meager resistance. You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay.
So I think that's a screen, but look at that shadow that they've got going up on the ceiling. So the projection work of that shadow was awesome.
Will take it from me.
Yeah, good lighting designers.
Here. I will return to finish this personally.
Cool. What cool fixtures in that room to play with. And that does not look like a lightsaber cutting around that door. Yeah, that was fun, but it was a little campy compared to everything else we've seen so far, that door.
Your yellow straps.
Yeah, reality steps in. They've got to do their safety spiels, and they've got to get you into the ride vehicle and something resembling a conventional manager. So at this point, we switch over to the Attractions Magazine point of view footage.
Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children.
There we go. You can see all those trackless vehicle tracks all over the floor. How do they get rid of those each time, I wonder? can sort of have an idea of what things are gonna do. That's really cool, though.
Good. Now get a move on.
Looks like 8 people per vehicle.
End of the hallway. Turn right.
Ooh. Probe droid
Probe droid.
from Empire.
Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Ah, so the laser blasts, I see them. That's pretty convincing. That's LED work. That's very small LEDs embedded in the walls. Oh, there they are, the AT-AT walkers. Ooh, lean down and look at me. No? Okay. We're going underneath. Whoa! Who's shooting? It's Finn. Oh, good animatronic. Oh, look at that. Wow. And then projected oh, we're going up. There's an elevator. What? Whoa. Look at that. Okay, we're on the 2nd level now. Wow, awesome lighting. I'm not sure how they did that. I don't know. Ooh, nice quiet moment. Scary.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
Ooh, it really feels like you're sneaking up on them.
Shields. I see no evidence.
Oh my gosh, they look real, don't they? Oh, those animatronics look so real from behind.
But ultimately,
Whoa!
There's nowhere to run.
Pretty cool. And you can see some of the other vehicles, you know, while you're doing. Oh, he found us. That's cool. So now we're going down. Whoa! There's the lightsaber from the video. I don't see all the dripping that I saw before, but still pretty cool. Wow, that's convincing, those giant cannons. It's really convincing. It really feels like you're on a ship. Spaceship, really cool. Very immersive. Good job. Wow, intense. It's the most intense, just dark ride ever. Abandoned ship.
There's no escape.
Oh, there he is. Another.
location of the secret
Wow,
base.
another nice animatronic.
Destroy you.
So many awesome animatronics in this experience. Whoa! That reminds me of that pirate sequence from Tokyo. Or no, from Shanghai. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then is this the escape pods? So we break up into individual escape pods. How cool is that? So I bet you that each one of these has a different sequence. Each escape pod has a slightly different trajectory. That's a drop. Looks like they just dropped. That must be like a 4-foot drop, or maybe more. But that was totally a drop. They dropped. Each one of those vehicles costs how much, and they just dropped it. Ooh, back in the bed too. Whoa, that was fast. Oh, right into the.
Your escape pods came in a little off target.
Okay. Right into the hangar, into the bay.
All right, nice job, recruits. Not what you sign on
And
for,
then you
but
back
hey,
out.
Resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck? Where's the lieutenant? I
And
need eyes
oh
on
my
Beck.
gosh, look at that. You are right in the building where you were. I love that you're outside. Right in the same building that you just were digitally.
Great job, recruits.
Another screen work.
The location of the resistance base.
Well done, I think, screen work. Really cool.
SR5,
Well, that's it for this footage. Oh. Well, that's it, folks. What an amazing experience. For a dark ride, it is really intense. It has a clear narrative. It really makes you feel like you're on a spaceship, or at least in the movie trying to escape the Death Star like Luke did back in '77. I mean, it's really immersive and convincing. It's not a calm ride. It's basically a thrill ride. But you really understand the different steps of what's going on. You really understand the transport ship, and that you're on the First Order cruiser, and that you're on the escape pod back. So it all makes logical sense. It's a thrill ride, though. It's not a calm ride. while still having a familiar, conventional trackless vehicle ride system, although the drops and the elevator might be unique. I've never seen that before in anything. And it's not quite as threatening as we thought it might be. So reality stepped in, and there still have to be systems to load and unload guests and the safety spiels, but the clean loading of those cars in that giant room with all the stormtroopers, wow, amazing. What an immersive experience. This ride has an amazing arc with the exposition and rising action of the queue and the pre-show sequences, following all the way through to the final thrill of escaping the First Order cruiser with a quick and intense climax as you narrowly escape back to Batuu. And I love that you're still in your ride vehicle when you're taken back outside again. I mean, I really just cannot think of another ride where Disney has gone to such efforts to immerse you in each stage and phase of the attraction experience while you ride, nor a ride that has so many different stages. It blends screen work with some of the most natural animatronics and impressive sets we have ever seen. These are big sets that, they're not too crowded. And it really is a great achievement for the Imagineers. It stands on the shoulders. The ride stands on the shoulders of every attraction that has come before it. Every attraction, including Universal Park attractions. And it borrows elements from all of them as needed to serve the story. I can see the Haunted Mansion in there, I can see Pirates in there, I can see Star Tours in there, I can see all the great attractions that led to what this attraction is. So that's really cool. There are a few things. There's a part of me that really wishes it was OG Universe, but that's just my age probably. And this is still really awesome. Well, that's about it, folks. I can't wait to ride this for myself in January at Disneyland, and we'll be there and we'll get some fresh footage and we'll bring it to you. Best of luck, Disney World cast members, at your opening tomorrow. We hope you have a great, smooth day. And well done, Imagineers. This really does change Galaxy's Edge and what it offers. I'm not saying the land can't go further, but this ride is so well done, and you didn't hold back, so thank you so much. So hey everyone, please take a moment to like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss another Disneyland beat, and we'll see you real soon, Mouseketeers.